Hi, ever wonder what it's like to work another profession or live in the underworld? Listen to unsuspecting riders give a 10 to 15 minute personal masterclass as I spontaneously interview them as they enter my taxi. I'm your host, Simon Rushton, and this is Taxi Chronicles. Morning. Yes, we're back with another rider, another episode. A beautiful lady here, and her name is Sally. So everybody knows who follows me what that means. Yes, we're doing an anonymous one, and she is a dancer and a psychologist. She's been educating me on the difference. So, ladies and gentlemen, she's going to educate you, and she's also going to tell us about her exotic dancing, which sounds very interesting. So nice to have you here today.
Hi, thank you for having me. This is a first, for sure.
So tell us how, where the dancing comes from your culture.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what is it? Is it like, I went to Egypt, was it Egypt or Morocco? And there's a man dancing, and he has this kind of, I'm not sure if it's a dress or something, but it goes in a circle as he spins around, and he can make it up in the air on his hands.
Okay.
All right, just explain about yourself. How long have you been doing? Why did you get into it?
Sure. Okay, well, I'm Tahitian, so I'm from French Polynesia, Tahiti, so South Pacific Islander.
South Pacific.
Yes, so very far. Yes, you are, but it's okay. I didn't,
You wouldn't believe I've been to 54 countries, would you?
Well, you can add that one to your list, certainly.
It's in the Atlantic Ocean. Okay, is it near Hawaii?
It's not the Atlantic, it's the South Pacific Ocean.
Is that near Hawaii?
Yeah, it is near Hawaii. So Hawaii is part of the Polynesian Triangle. So there's Hawaii to the north, there is Rapa Nui or Easter Island to the south, and then all the way to the west you have Aotearoa, which is New Zealand, and everything in between is part of that Polynesian Triangle of Polynesian brothers and sisters, and Tahiti is somewhere in the middle of that.
No, Island. Easter Island's on my bucket list to go.
Yes.
Those stones.
Yes, it's amazing. The moai, the sort of like the tiki, the deities, in Easter Island. But anyway, so your question was how did I? Well, I got into dancing because a lot of people dance in Tahiti. It's really part of the culture over there, and it's a huge part of the culture. Dancing, singing, telling stories, telling sort of myth and legends and everyday stories that are said through the dancing. So you have like two types of dancing. You have very fast-paced, drum-based ones that people see a bit less. They always think, oh, waves and hula, and exactly.
So wait a minute.
So this is not Hawaiian hula. This is Ori'tahiti.
Is this like the Maoris? Are they part of the Polynesians?
The Maoris are from Aotearoa, from New Zealand. They're also part of the Polynesian, but they have also a bit of a different dancing, like haka. Yeah, we're getting closer geographically. We're getting closer. So you have all of these islands have different cultures, and they might have different styles of dancing. Mm-hmm. So Hawaiian hula is very iconic, and Ori'tahiti is the one that I do, which is a bit different. And you have part of it that is closer to Hawaiian hula, where you have songs and lyrics, and you're really telling a story through your gestures and hands and motion and all of that. But you also have very fast, drum-based, exciting, sexy, fierce dancing, which is called otea. So everybody can Google it, Ori'tahiti.
Do you want to spell these words?
Yes, O-R-I, and separate, Tahiti, T-A-H-I-T-I.
Okay.
So
when they you said they're telling a story.
Yeah.
Are the story of the old days? Or is it just any made-up thing that
No, so it's a very good question. You can have both. There's a lot of stories from the old days. So Polynesian, they believe in several gods. So there's a lot of beautiful myth and stories around creation of the universe. It's always connected to the earth, the whenua, which is spirit world, but also just the earth, and the sort of Mother Nature, and so a lot of, for example, the stories around the myth and legends of goddesses and gods are about the creation of the earth. So there's a lot of myth that connect to that are, very beautiful and ancient, or you have some that connect just to stories of your ancestors, the tupunas, and, they have, I guess the older generation really has a strong place in Polynesian culture. So a lot of the songs might be about that, or they might be about, just other everyday themes. It really depends on the song, the artist, that kind of thing.
What is worn when you do your dance? You wear an outfit?
Yes, absolutely. We wear... I'm laughing because my aunt, so she got me into dancing because she has a huge group over there that's called Tahiti Ora, so Ora O-R-A, and she loves making costumes. So she makes these beautiful, incredibly handcrafted, from scratch costumes, and it just takes hours. And I have these memories of being in her workshop, just like sewing. And anyways, so yeah, the costumes, they might vary. We wear a lot of patio. Women, they wear patio, which is like sarong,
Oh yeah, sarong. The flower thing.
Yes, but it can be very, simple and become very more elaborate with like headpieces that have feathers and shells, and a lot of also very natural elements like flowers and fiber, vegeto. I'm sorry, I'm not knowing the words in English, but so yeah, it can be very elaborate and very beautiful, or it can be very simple also, just like flowers and a beautiful patio or sarong. And men, same thing, it depends, different materials.
So do you put the rose flowers in your ears like the Hawaiians?
Maybe in your ears, on your head, and around your neck. It could be also literally like full on. Your full costume is just that. So they're sewn together with different green leaves, like tea leaves, to make skirts.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds interesting. That sounds very, very interesting. Well, seeing as we only spoke about dancing,
Yes.
I think is it okay to give out your name?
Yeah, sure. It's Tehani, Tehani, and should I give my full name?
Okay, no, it's just that if people wanted to get into the dancing or find you.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram. I'm fine with that. So it's Tehan_Robinson, ROBINSON, and I give classes in London. I'm part of a really amazing school.
See, that's what I'm getting.
Okay. It's called London School of Hula and Ori. And yeah, so we give we teach Hawaiian hula and we teach Ori'tahiti, so the two dances from Hawaii and Tahiti. And yeah, come, it's a really great atmosphere. There's a real sense of community, in all of the Polynesian dances, it's really very much about family values and community. So when you kind of get into it, you get a bit sucked into the group and you meet amazing women, amazing people from everywhere, and there's a real sort of sense of support and yeah, fun and excitement and dance. So
is it women only dancing?
Yes, it's women only, because we don't have there's fewer men dancing in general, even in Tahiti. So finding teachers and then a market for it is very difficult.
Okay, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 last questions.
Sure.
For anybody who's going to join, what would you advise them that you've learned over the years of dancing that you wish you knew when you started?
That I wish I knew when I started. I don't remember when I started because I've always danced. But I would say that my main advice is, if you've ever, and that goes for any style of dance, like if you've ever wanted to do it, just get off your couch and do it. Because a lot of people are shy and they come in, they say, oh, I don't know how to dance, I have no sense of rhythm, I'm shy, I don't want to be all of this. But the most difficult is just getting yourself to the door. Once you're in it, you're gonna have fun. I rarely, people rarely leave crying. They're always happy. They've always took away something, and it's an experience, if anything. And there is no such thing as people who don't have a sense of rhythm or whatnot. Like it is in there. You just need to trust yourself. So yeah, that would be my advice.
Last question is, what's the impact you want to have on the world?
Oh my goodness, ask me in a few years.
Well, you must be able to answer that. It's a quick impact.
Just helpful, I'd say. I hope that I can help people along the way, even if it's, I'm a psychologist also by day. And even through dancing, I think if you can touch people, sort of create a sense of community and be part of that and receive and give in some way, then pretty much on the good path.
Okay.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks a lot. It's much appreciated.
This was fun.
And we wish you well. We hope you liked that interview. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to get the latest daily episode. Ever considered investing in the continent with the fastest growing economy and population on Earth? The same continent that holds 30% of the world's known natural resources? Then listen to our sister podcast, Africa Investor Stories, where you will hear real investors with real stories from around the world share their experience of investing in Africa. We post Monday and Thursday at 10 a.m.